Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the internet's favorite loser, signing back on once again to bring you guys some more Borderlands 4 news. And well, Gearbox Randy is out of the game. So last time I kind of I didn't really talk about it too much, but I kind of mentioned it that Gearbox, somebody posted something like, sorry, this game doesn't look like it's going to be for me. I hope the rest of you guys enjoy it. In the Borderlands 4 community tab here on Steam, and immediately got blocked by the community manager / Gearbox and banned. And basically, they are not interested in seeing any kind of criticisms whatsoever at all. And that's what makes this makes it very hard for me to believe in old Gearbox. I've lost a lot of my I've lost a lot of belief and a lot of hope for this game and this company. So that was a different, like a whole different, that was a player base being shut down and a lot of people being blocked in that community tab. And they say this stuff like they want to hear the criticism, they want to help make the game better, and they listen, right? They don't listen. And they do everything, they show countless times that they do everything but listen to us. And it makes me sad as a Borderlands fan who wants another good Borderlands game to sink his teeth into, because I want it. Like I'm not a fan of a lot of franchises these days, and I want Borderlands, which is something that is close to my heart, to succeed. And the more and more I hear and the more I see with my own eyes and hear with my own ears, it does not look like this is going to be good. But they do have a few months left to make it good. However, the game looks half-baked, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But as my boy Morning After Kill did a video on Hellfire, we're over here on Hellfire's channel, who I really enjoy. Non-biased, non-paid by Gearbox, you know, so like he loves the Borderlands series and the franchise, and he only wants what's best for it, and he has nothing holding him down from being able to talk about it, such as myself, and say things that some people would not be allowed to say, maybe because their contracts say they can't. So we're gonna go ahead and listen and check out our boy's video. He's gonna be talking about the Mitsu situation, which I'm not a big fan of Mitsu, just because many things, but mainly he's a shill, and just now recently came out and used his big boy words, and Randy did not like that. So let's get into the video.
Part of our job to read it all. I promise you, we have gotten some very clear messaging from the community, and you know, we're very fortunate to have the community that we do have, that you guys are passionate enough to give us feedback. So we'll make sure everyone knows that's not lost on us.
So, community feedback.
You don't like it, then fuck you too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I originally had another video planned for today until I was made aware of some Borderlands 4 news that has been kind of going under the radar, so shout out to fellow YouTuber B Flatten for making me aware of this recent report. Now, if you caught one of my last videos where I discussed Gearbox deleting the simplest post on their Borderlands 4 Steam forum, you'll know that they deleted and banned a user for saying, quote, "No go for me. Sorry. Anyway, I hope the rest of you will enjoy it. Smiley face," which a couple people were arguing down in the comments of that video, saying that it wasn't even real criticism to begin with. And oh boy, do I have a story for you. If you do want to hear my takes on that initial story of them policing the Steam community, the link to that will be below. But over on Twitter, they have no community of the sort to monitor. Yet Borderlands 4 criticism was silenced again. Alright, so we already know that the game's release date is slated for September 23rd of next year, with the gameplay trailer coming out after the first look trailer, and so on and so forth. With that being said, we've seen plenty of feedback from the community, as well as just how Gearbox is handling said feedback. As in today's news, over on X or Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, we saw an OG of the Borderlands community that went on to become a Gearbox goon known as Mitsu, who was also known as someone who was paid to play and promote the past Gearbox projects like Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. But now with BL4 being less than 7 months away, he has went on to voice his concerns for the game and put his foot down, and actually ended up getting a response from the Gearbox CEO, otherwise known as Randy Pitchford. And yeah, to say the least, I don't think our old pal here Mitsu will be claiming his sponsorship money this time around. But what got Randy to snap this bad? Well, it's a little thread here from Mitsu that states the following: I am a humble man, for I comment on the things I see. I really worry about BL4. It feels like the movie, feels like other situations where the publisher yanked the marketing budget to cut losses since projected sales are way down. I'm sure there will be people who disagree, but for me, I've yet to see anything that moved me towards being sold on this being a fully conceptualized, completed vision about what a mainline BL title of the future should look like.
So I wanted to stop it here because this is where I have to unfortunately agree that this game, if you really look at it and look at what the trailers have let us peek into and how few trailers there truly have been, this game doesn't look finished. This game, it just looks half-baked. And the gameplay looks pretty okay, but I have the sinking feeling that they're just rushing it out. And see, I said this a while ago that announcing Borderlands 4 right after that flop of a movie, oh man, that was just why then? Why make that decision? Why do that then? Why not hold this game off until the movie, the bad taste the movie left in everyone's mouth wears off? Why push it now? And now you're getting super close to one of the biggest games to ever release in GTA 6, and you're getting really close to releasing in between the worst, like you're releasing in between the Borderlands movie that when you announced this game, nobody gave a damn because of what you just did to everyone. You've absolutely fucked over everybody with that movie that loved the franchise. So you're releasing in between the movie flop, and then you're going to release right before GTA 6 releases. You are literally putting yourself in between a rock and a hard place, my guy. You're releasing at a point where your game is going to be dead in the water. So I have to unfortunately agree that this game is not finished, and they're rushing it out because they're trying to make some sort of invisible deadline and hit some invisible deadline because they hope to make the sales that they require, and it just does not look good at all. It's not a good release point. This game needed to be held and treated with love and respect for like another 3 years before you even talked about this game. I don't know when, like, how long you needed to wait after that movie. Maybe the movie should have been canned and canceled. Brother, I don't know, man. This is like, oh man, I don't even know. Let's go ahead and listen a little bit more.
It still looks too much like 3. Alright, I don't want to interject any more than this, but
Let him.
I saw someone somewhere say the visual clutter is down. I'd agree from what I saw, and that's a good thing. When my girlfriend would watch my stream, she said that watching BO3 was a challenge due to the sheer amount of, quote, visual clutter. Yet Helldivers 2 was fine. Weird. What?
So the visual clutter, as I've talked about before, this game I think upped it a little bit more than 3, and 3 was so visually cluttered. 3 was so visually cluttered it wasn't even funny. and it was hard to look at for long periods of times, and for a lot of people that might have had seizure and epileptic situations. This game in the trailers, man, sometimes you can't even see the screen. There's so much shit going on. So I do not think the visual clutter is down. I think it's up.
What will probably make or break the game is what the long-term vision for the game is. I'm going to call my shot. If the game doesn't have a robust, long-term, post-launch vision, it's dead on arrival. Life is all about ecosystems, the bubbles that we get trapped in, our hometown, our phone carrier, family, friends, community. Gaming has become very narrow, and individual games in and of themselves ecosystems, even ones not traditionally MMOs. Monster Hunter will do fine because it is an extremely specialized niche and does what it does exceedingly well. But there's 1,000,003 looter shooters now since BL2. They're all dead. But live service and fast action co-op rule the day. Borderlands is neither.
So, how does he say that live service and fast action co-op rule the day? Borderlands is neither, right? Live service looter shooters have all died. He literally just mentioned that above. Live service isn't really what people want, man. It's a terrible, terrible practice. It's just not good. I mean, look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. There's many. I mean, you had, what the hell was that? What the hell was that one game that came out that was basically Destiny? It started with an A. Fuck, it's gonna piss me off because I can't remember it, and it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, it's right there, man. But I think everybody. No, what? I can't remember, but that game died. There's so many bad live service games that have come and died because live service is not the future. It's fucking terrible. Borderlands worked perfectly fine as a 4-player co-op game. I don't know what the hell we're talking about here. So this is where Mitsu misses, man. He's been a shill for so long and he just misses the mark here. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
As Opie and Anthony would say once upon a time, good luck, bro. To which the CEO, Randy Pitchford, man who has invited this guy out to the Borderlands movie in Budapest. He's also been a member of the community since the Goat Slayer days during the spike of popularity in Borderlands 2. Well, after being in the community for a decade plus, going on to later, kind of sell his grievances off to Gearbox and take some checks, he ends up getting this as a reply from Mr. Randy. Sorry, don't need this energy right now, as the team and I bust our ass to make BL4 the best Borderlands game yet. I'm going to block you in a day or so after you've had a chance to see this, it's nothing against you or your opinion, just shouldn't expose myself to this now. Sorry. Brother really felt the need to apologize twice, huh? He then followed it up with, and I'm just gonna quote it for what he said, he's got a little typo here, he says, "Ops, I guess I can just mute you, doing that now. I hope I remember to unmute you when we're done. If you see me, please remind me. No block. Again, sorry. Nothing against you." To which Mitsu responds, "I will and I will. I don't take it personally. Never do. You probably won't see this till we're done, if ever. But I remember walking the streets of Budapest with you leading up to the rooftop mixer. I know your passion and what you do with it. I hope you prove me wrong." First things first, I do sadly agree that it feels like the movie, where the marketing budget was little to nothing because of them overspending on the project.
So yeah, the movie needs to die. Honestly, as a community, we need to act like that movie never even existed. Whether they did everything correct, from the casting to the acting to the script to everything they did, that movie was ass. So what I don't understand is why Randy can never ever confront criticism with just a pleasant or like an answer in general. He did not respond to anything that Mitsu said. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Mitsu fan. But he didn't respond to a single thing that Mitsu said. He couldn't like ease everybody that might be thinking these thoughts. He couldn't like console or like maybe address some of it so people could calm down and maybe get excited for the game. He does what Randy always does, and Randy always throws a fucking hissy fit and then cries in a corner. I don't know what he does after he hits the block button. But he likes to throw these little hissy fits and have meltdowns and then come back and apologize. I don't know. He just I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't understand how a developer cannot face a little bit of criticism and maybe use it to use that criticism and spin it into a good thing where you can actually like maybe calm people down about these negative thoughts that people are having. All Gearbox has done is silence people that have said the slightest little things, and Randy himself silencing creators that have been in the community for a decade. So what does that tell us? Like, if you don't give a damn about us, why should we give a damn about you? If you can't even answer a couple simple things, why should we support you in your endeavors? Ridiculous.
Projected sales being lower than ever for the franchise, and the overall hype being at a standstill. Sure, like Mitsu said, some people may disagree, but the truth is, it looks like the previous projects, a la Borderlands 3 and Tiny Turds Wonderlands, and yeah, he's 100% right. It doesn't look fully conceptualized. I agree that it not only looks like 3, but it's clear that it's built straight off the back of it. Where I disagree with Mitsu is he says that the visual clutter is down, but I can chalk that up to maybe him just seeing the trailer once or twice.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen. What the fuck is this? This is like Seizure 101. This is like what you would put in front of somebody that you like they're questioning, hey, doctor, I think I might be epileptic. Can we do some sort of a test to like confirm whether I'm an epileptic or not? And then the doctor sits the guy down in a chair, and then he just plays Borderlands 4 for a couple minutes. And if he starts seizing, then yes, the test was a success. You are an epileptic. Oh my good God. What the hell is this, man? You can't even see what is happening. You can't even see the screen to like aim at an enemy. You can't, how can you play? You can't play? Jesus Christ.
Twice, which is what it is. As you can clearly see that the visual pollution is definitely back and not quite better than ever. But the rest of his takes, he hit the nail straight on the head. If the game does not have more to offer besides just, well, existing and releasing to the public, then it will absolutely be dead on arrival, like Mitsu says, especially with, from the looks of it, it being so close to GTA 6 and its fall release date. To which Randy decided to say, well, I'll just block you, pal, how about that? Then he takes it back and, similar to how he did some of his blocks to his own goons during the movie Meltdown. I mean, of course, when the movie came out, people were, reviewing the movie honestly, and Randy didn't like it and he started blocking a lot of the same people.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
Mitsu wasn't one of these people, but you get my point. It's very similar. And he went on to say, well, how about I just mute you and never have to hear what you say again? So yeah, he just muted somebody who is actually interacting with him that genuinely was trying to be as honest and respectful with his concerns as he possibly could. I honestly don't see anything wrong with what he said, but he was also someone who was on the Borderlands show for them, which, speaking of it, according to Mitsu, it looks like will not be returning this time around for Borderlands 4. Unless, of course, it's just not in talks yet, but who knows. Personally, I don't really care if there's a Borderlands show or not. I didn't even know it was a thing to begin with until right now. But overall, this just goes to show that Gearbox as a company hasn't changed a damn bit, with them not only continuing to turn their ear the other way to any sort of critical take against what they have going on. And in a way, I get that, but to just straight up block them is taking it too far. And I say I get it because, yeah, you don't want to let anybody drag you down while you're trying to do your best. I mean, that literally goes for anybody on the internet doing anything like this in media. And people are always going to be assholes on the internet. But to act that way towards someone who seems to not only have a decent personal relationship with you, and I'm speaking of Randy and Mitsu here, obviously you flew the man out to the movie, his opinions must mean something to you, right? Well, apparently not, as just like users from our previous story just a few weeks ago, Mitsu was hit with the, Haha, yeah, get muted, buddy. Hopefully I remember to undo it. Ha ha ha. Nothing personal, friendo. We're making something awesome here, buddy. Which I just find childish as all hell. But what it made me think is, if you're already this up in arms about actual friends of yours' concerns and reacting in such a way, that really worries me for when the game actually comes out and you will inevitably have people criticizing the product. What?
Well, not only that, but if you can't answer a few criticisms from someone that's being respectful and softballing what they're actually saying a little bit, if you can't answer those criticisms, what, like, is the game, is the game, does it even exist? Like, I mean, is it even at all ready? I mean, are you at all, like, normally if you're like, you believe in what you've done, you can, like, argue with, you know, like, put up a argument. You know, if you are proud of what you've made, you can be like, nah, man, I've already, you know, look, we've already got 37 raid bosses. We've already got 18,000 different legendaries. We've already made pearl lessons and lesson pearls and all sorts of other different shit, bro. Like, we've got so much content that you'll never even get through it. You know, like, he could have came back with something to calm the community's nerves. So not only, like, what is he going to be like when the game actually launches and people are like, this shit sucks, bro. And then, like, what? Like, he's just going to fucking drop a nuke? You know what I mean? So then it's like, that's not even my concern. It's like, is the game at all even functional? Is it like, are you at all proud of the game that you're so defensive that you have to block people that have been made you money and you have paid them to play your shitty games for the last couple years, and then you're just gonna block them after you fly them out to a movie and probably, I don't know, suck each other's dicks. I don't know what you guys did on that set, but you're telling me that you can't answer a few softball critiques? Okay, Randy, you need to go.
What is the reason it bugs you so bad? Take it from me, who's been dragged through the mud a couple times here on the internet, whether it be on Twitter or YouTube, and not one time did I respond by blocking or muting said parties involved, or trying to get anything taken down, deleted, nothing like that of the sort. In the gaming space, whether it be the developers or the people in charge like Mr. Pitchford, all the way down to the content creators who make videos on their products like myself, we all put our work out there knowing that it will be judged. Whether it be good or bad is up to the consumer. And this is why I take all criticism just the same as I do the positive opinions, as this is how you grow and learn from your mistakes. To sit and just silence or mute the negativity is to act like it doesn't exist. So I challenge you, Gearbox, to actually fucking listen for a change. You claim that you are. Most of us haven't given up on you yet. We just want to be proven wrong when it comes to our worries. And if you do anything
100%, that's all I've been saying, is I need another good Borderlands game. And I hope to God that I'm wrong, that this game is going to be bad, right? I need it to be good. I need it to be good because I need something to sink my teeth into that I love and I enjoy. You guys are the original looter shooter. You guys are my favorite looter shooter. You guys have made some of my favorite games of all time. I don't want to be correct that your game is bad. I want to be correct that your game is good. But the only way that I see Borderlands being good in the future from here is if this game if the game license, the IP gets sold to another competent dev team to actually make a good Borderlands game, to maybe even understand what made Borderlands good in the first place. But there's not many competent devs out there anymore. So I don't know who you would sell it to that would understand how to make a good Borderlands game, how to make a good looter shooter. It's sure as hell not Bungie, because I don't need any more Destiny. It's sure as hell not fucking whoever made Warframe. I forgot, what is it, Digital Extremes? I can't remember. I enjoyed Warframe for a long time, but now that I went back to it, you know, I put a lot of days and a lot of hours and a lot of grinding sessions and a lot of money into Warframe. But now going back to it a couple years later, because I played it from launch in 2013 to like, oh shit, all the way up to like 2019, 2020. Then I went back to it. I'm like, man, this game is fucking boring. So I need some team that can actually make a decent Borderlands game, and I need Gearbox to sell the license to someone that can make a good Borderlands game. I don't think it's Gearbox anymore. I don't believe Gearbox can do this anymore. I hope I'm wrong. I hope 4 is great. And I've never said that I wanted this game to be bad. Every commentary that I've done over a Morning After Kill video or even this Hellfire video, I want the game to be good because I need it to succeed, because I need something to play that I actually love and enjoy. And that's it.
Besides prove us wrong, that Borderlands 4 will likely go in one ear and out the other, just like our criticisms.
Oh, Gearbox, man, pull your shit together. Get it done. Make a good game. Prove us all wrong. Make something worth playing. And with that, it's the internet's favorite loser signing off. Till next time, my friends. Goodbye and good night. Thank you for watching.